What's up, Alphas? This episode was left me looking like Tariq did at the end of the episode. I looked the same way. I was like, what? That's how I was looking at the end of the episode. But I also felt conflicted, Joe. So I want y'all to ask the same question I asked. And we're going to talk about it after the show. But did y'all like it or did you hate it?
Did
Because
you
that
get what y'all wanted? Did y'all get what y'all wanted? How y'all wanted it? Is that how you wanted it to happen?
I'm going to say no, but I'm going to get in there when we get into the show.
All right,
How you
man.
doing there, Uniqo?
Man, I'm feeling like YSL right now.
Yeah. And then we had, of course, the Jamel Hill cameo. And of course, we knew it was going to happen sooner or later. And it happened. So
This it was too much. Before we got on here, my man Zell May said this is a very simple episode. Was it?
it's like it's only three things that happened technically, but it was a lot in it, but it was only three things. It's not like, oh, this person did this. They was mostly in like four different rooms. Let's get started.
Let's get to it, man.
Yeah, man, this it was a good episode. It was a really good episode.
Parts that
Um,
made me smile real heavy, parts that made me be like, huh? And other parts that was like, man, you a simp. And it's a lot going on.
yeah, because we like this how this episode mostly had me feeling like I didn't know what I was watching at the time. Again, y'all know the question of the day. Did y'all Saxe in? Did y'all like it or did you hate it? Or maybe you were just which probably is the worst one. I'd rather be hated or loved than eh. Joe, how did oh no, we'll get into it when we get on the show. No, we could do it at the beginning. Joe, how do you feel? How did you really feel?
I mean, after all this time, I mean, we've been saying, man,
By random. By
Saxe,
random. By random.
Saxe, huh?
By random.
What
The
are you
bro
talking about?
the brother. What he's not important. Tariq was supposed to always do it.
Oh, you said okay. I
This
see
man
what
been
you're saying.
harassing your family for a decade. I've been watching him harass you for a decade.
I think, yeah, it definitely would have meant. I just like we wanted it to happen. I don't think I wanted it that way, but it was the twist that this show is known for. Um, they should have just let it's man. I mean it works, but
I wish they would have. If they did it, they would. I wish they would have built up to it more, cause it happened fast. Davis tell his brother, "I'm gonna take." He's like, "Don't do nothing. It's cool. I'm gonna take care. You always think you're the smartest nigga in the room," and then he just run over, and then he just does it. I'm like, that escalated quickly.
yeah,
Like, at
like
least give us 2 episodes of him building it up. My God.
man, I think what happened was that 50 heard the people. 50 was like, you can't just replace this nigga with we can't just replace Redman with some random guy. And I mean, when it
He
happened, I
did
was
good in his role, by the way. He did good in the role.
he did a very good job. He did a very good job. I mean, I felt all the emotion. Like he's a good actor. It's just
Yeah,
like the
it was
fans was like, it
fast.
can't be. It just yeah. It just went. I think
I'm like, he literally just told you 5 minutes in the episode that he did this. You kidnapped him, and I instantly like, oh,
yeah. That was. I just think it was just.
you
It's
could have
not what
did
we
any.
expected, which is what
Yeah,
this show, which is what this show is known for,
yeah,
hitting you with twists that you
yeah.
don't know, and
You
yeah,
you could have did that with like you could do that with a lot of characters. But the dude I've been seeing harass this family for a decade, dog.
yeah, man. That's
Like
I think that's a big part of it.
like you could
'Cause
have did it with Jenny, cause Jenny came in later. I mean,
nah, Jenny couldn't have done that.
yo,
Like,
I'm just saying, Sax was the dude who was going to shoot Ghost if Tariq didn't do it. He was going to do it. And
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
and this how he is.
yeah, my kitchen.
It's I get it. By the way, storyline wise, writing wise, it made sense. So I don't want to say I don't, but I'm just like, can we get a little more build so I can feel it? Because I felt like it was like all of a sudden, like I'm watching the episode. I don't think Seth's gonna pass in this episode. Then all of a sudden, boom, it happened.
I mean, we felt like it was gonna happen soon,
Yeah, but that
It
is
just we just the person who did it, we just didn't expect it, man.
yeah, so that kinda led me think. The other thing we're gonna get into before we get into the whole episode of breakdown is we knew it. Like this was they gave like all the things you gave away.
Nah, but like Tariq, this the first time because we done seen him sit at the bar with girls like Shorty beat it, and we done seen him had a the safe house with the other Breezo that everybody in the hood knew where he was at. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this happened. This is and one of my favorite parts of this episode was Tariq saying, "You knew about that?" Because you know what I'm saying? He knew out the gate. Yeah, he hit it.
By the way, it's fun because Kane did the same thing with Diana. Like,
Yeah.
I knew you let that hit. So it's like it's a fun thing. I liked the part. And then
You don't I mean, I gotta say, man, a lot of times you don't just pay somebody tuition bu and then, like, that don't nothing happen. Now that money's down the drain. I bet he wish he had that back.
and that's something else we gotta talk about. But yeah, we had Jamel Hill showing up,
Good for her. Anyway, so what are
which
we getting into that
which
storyline? Damn, Jamel. I ain't worried
which
about
which
her right
led
now.
to this dude, which led to this, and I'm like, dude, your family isn't like I look. I promise you, this family must not care about a Rico. Like this man, like I'm finna go find out what happened to Diana while she in jail, and then go sleep with a girl, and then lay up on all night.
He did get some information, but he just didn't relay it until never.
He never told no.
He never told anybody.
He was like, "Yo, it's a camera up there." It just okay, it's fine. We don't have
Why
to.
won't people just let why won't people just let Monet and Tariq just do all the thinking? Well, like why do people just go off and do stuff? Like and then that's when let's get back on Kane. Kane, why you let your brother go like that? You know y'all in some I'm about to go drink until I black out. What if we need you? Because we're in the middle of a Rico case. You can't be blacked out drunk somewhere. Like we need you right now. What are you
And then he
doing?
goes viral for
And
saying
who who was I don't know who's the culprit because was it the boyfriend or was it
no,
just
no, he's famous. He was at that little bar
oh that makes okay that makes
where he like announced that he was going. He played with what Oklahoma City
yeah he played
something.
with Oklahoma. He said I was
Yeah.
gonna call you and tell you I was in town. That whole thing, man, there's too many. There's tender
So
dicks everywhere.
when
It's
you,
fuck.
I'm just saying when you see a pro athlete and a man crying to him, you gonna videotape. You like, oh, what's going on? What's wrong with that dude? And then it's viral, and then all of a sudden you get this scene, and they're like, didn't he tell me that Gordo was good? Why he saying he gone? And I'm like, y'all just Monet is like, and Tariq like, yo, we got a Rico case. We need to be focused. And everybody else just doing y'all.
They want to go to jail.
And shout out, by the way, we gotta shout out her. She held it down.
Diana is the most solid out of I don't know. I don't want to call her the most solid. I mean, if we have to do a tier list of who's the most solid in the show, she's definitely in that Tariq, her and Tariq probably. Mo and Mo, I don't know how.
Now Monet shot her husband and got him to sit up and then lied to
Yeah,
the whole family.
okay. Yeah, I wouldn't call her solid then because she's got her weaknesses. But Tariq, I feel like he ain't had no weaknesses this whole time. Oh, and then Braden goes right underneath that, but we'll talk about that later. But
Yeah. But yeah,
I I
he
I'm
got
just
now he got a whole like I was wrong last week. I did say they're gonna be next season. Now Drew said we making it this season. By the way, that's what is one of my problems I do have. It's like too much going on, and I'm feeling like some of y'all not focused.
yeah,
Like,
like
I'm
the
sorry,
everything
oh,
came out of nowhere. That was like a callback. Who expected for him to come back and then they got the gay announcement with the boyfriend and that which could have been Drew, which would have been interesting, but that would have brought because they still looking at your. It's a lot of stuff going on with everybody.
this is kind of my problem with this series. Even though I like it, I don't love it like I like the because you knew what the focus was, and you wanted to figure out how they got there. But now it just seemed like they all just doing random shit, and I'm like, what is Drew's story? I don't care about Drew.
They used to be like, their biggest problems was like, hey, we at war, we at war with the Russians, or we're gonna do this with the Russians and make it look like we're gonna make it look like it was the Russians, or
Yeah,
this, that,
it's
and the
like
third,
plotted.
man.
But now it's just like, okay, we got Rico cases, we got Norma's secret agency of,
Let's not forget about Norma.
and somehow we did for 3 episodes.
Norma, yeah. Yeah.
The super spy woman who was everywhere all of a sudden is nowhere to be seen while they got a RICO case. Meaning she probably should know they have a RICO case. Like we can't let Norma find out. She probably already know. She got dudes. She dating dudes that got like connects to the FBI. She know.
Yeah. Yeah. I still feel like there's a contingency plan in there for her in case all this stuff blew up. Either way it goes, everybody's looking at the end, whether it's they gotta get because they gotta figure out the Norman situation, all that. But getting back to Drew, man, come on, man, dog. You can't be a oh my god, that's ugly. That's ugly. You a super duper criminal, part of a super duper crime organization,
It's
and
supposed to be the leader.
you on YouTube confessing your feelings to your ex lover.
That ain't no problem. The problem is you saying the guy I loved, I lost, which it could lead to another. You already called problem with the Russians because you
What do you
made this.
mean? What do you mean you lost? You know what I'm saying? You just said everything was cool with y'all, but you gonna say you lost after they said what in trouble in paradise, Romeo? That's what he said to him. He
Yeah,
said,
he like,
"Yeah,
no, we all
everything's good."
good. I'm like, he said, we got to have another meeting. Now I'm like Monet and Tariq, like, listen, we don't need no.
Monet and Tariq is the only focused people in this situation. I'm a little bit of McLean, except he got a little fader on the rooftop, but he went and got that coffee. He was straight.
Yeah,
But
but
I
I'm
think the
like,
only the most focused people on the show is Tariq and Monet, and they gotta that
they
is
like
gonna have to be them.
the whole episode was they didn't even do much in this episode. They were like, listen, it's a Rico case, Rico, 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 and everybody's like, we got other problems. Then Braden finally tells Tariq what happens, and Tariq like, don't worry, I know a guy. We gonna take care of this problem real quick. I ain't got time for this.
Kiki Kiki done pulled. So are you want to move into that storyline?
Yeah, Kiki pulled up his eye.
Kiki done pulled up on Braden, y'all.
She
Kiki
fine as
pulled
a
up on Braden.
gosh, she beautiful.
That's all fine and dandy, but she shysted in a little bit talking about okay, Inspector Gadget. I came to see Inspector Gadget, not that one, but y'all look alike. What? Man, hold on. We got a
She,
lot going on here. You got a Ponzi
she
scheme
like that
going
pink
on.
meat.
Uh, you just told that man that y'all know about the drug situation between Tariq. It's man, everybody. I'm gonna be real with you. I try my best, like they are doing, to try and stretch this out the best that they can. But at some point, I just give up. I'll just be at the crib and they kicking my door. I'm like, I'm just say y'all got me, and just say let's take it to trial because I can't. I got the Westons, a $1 billion firm over here. They under it's too much. It's I can't even fathom it. I can't even fathom this story. The writers right now are genius. If you can have this many, maybe they put them in groups. You ever do group work? I know you did. You ever had a group assignments where they say, "All right, y'all keep writing this Western stuff, and then I want you to write this stuff with the senator, and then I want you to write this with." You know what I'm saying? Like you got, it's got to be a group
Tate
project.
broke up with his girlfriend. I'm like, why do we care about this? She the teacher that they didn't even go to class the last 2 weeks because they got a
See,
Rico case.
that's going to be a problem. There's that tie-in too. The Westons. Oh, you talking to the Westons? Okay, the Westons look like they about to get caught up in some stuff unless they all work together. And then you got the billionaire here that's he got them by the balls, but the Westons got the kids by the balls. But again, the billionaire still got them by the it's it's too much.
RSJ said, don't worry, don't mess with none of them kids. I got you, dog. I'm the billionaire. And then Tariq and them like, yo, what about my trust fund, dog? Hey, and Braden like, when they would kill me, Tejadas, get their money back.
In the Tejadas.
Yeah, make sure you get their money back.
I mean, Tariq got is that the ace in the hole here?
Yo,
RSJ?
Tariq literally, Braden told him 5 minutes, said, I'm gonna fix the situation. Instantly, that situation done. Okay, the Western holding thing done. Okay, I don't have.
You're not supposed to agree with me, Tariq. He's like, all right, it's time for us to go on the offensive. All right, and Tariq is the only one that's actually putting plays together, man. And then people keep on doing stuff to mess up his plays. He got to keep on cleaning up his mess. When is Tariq gonna get to go back to
Matter
ground one, ground just ground floor, start all over? You know what I'm saying?
matter of fact, Joe, they got this situation. Tariq put the sugar in there, like, oh, they set him up, made them all look stupid. The whole case gone. They had to disband the whole case. Diana out, she got pending charges. but she out technically. They ain't really got none this week because the stuff they found was didn't match the stuff. So now it's like, she got what was it like probation? And she said she would
She
get because it's a misdemeanor now because there's no RICO, so it would be a misdemeanor.
so they got so well, from what it sounds like to me, they just said it's still pending.
Yeah,
They
but
let her out, but it's just pending charges still.
yeah, it's
They
gonna
can
be
still bring her back in on them.
yeah,
That's what
but
they
but
said.
it'd be a misdemeanor because again, if it's not linked, as they said earlier in the show, if it's not linked to a RICO, it's only like a misdemeanor. So it was 7 months at the most probation. Cause she said it. Oh, I know if I do this probation, blah blah blah. Because if she was really worried about going back, she went like, "Hey, get me out of town. I don't want to do this. I know I do my probation, blah blah blah. If they catch me, but I just don't want to be a part of none of this no more."
That's the part. The fact that she feels like she has an opportunity at this time now to go to Spelman,
Yeah,
that lets us know, like, okay, whatever it is, it's something that can be just washed away, and
yeah.
we can get in it.
And then they got
We can go to school.
desperate. Jenny told him straight up. She said, "Where is it? I'm trying to. I think I got. Do I got the scene on her? I don't think I do. Thought I did." But she told him straight up, "I don't have protection for you." I'm
She
like, "Oh,
told Saxe that she has no protection, and even and there was even a scene where where they were looking for. I don't even want to get on that part. That was an amazing scene. That made me. I clapped. Let me. I'm sorry, y'all. We're going
that's the
back.
sugar
We'll go.
scene, by the way. That's the sugar scene. I just didn't see it
I
fast.
just want to go back if you can real quick. Just put that image up there. I just want to say I clapped in real time when I saw Tariq had that shit handled. That's my guy, bro. Tariq just he used to be a little badass little kid. Now I'm like, man, every week I'm growing more and more respect for Tariq because he's the most focused out of everybody, man. And then that people just keep on throwing bull stuff his way. That an international crime syndicate wants us to push weight for them and sell guns. I got a RICO case against me. Oh, I got they done took my doggone inheritance. Oh, they done, man, I'm telling you, bro, this is so much.
Bro,
It's
all I want to do is make enough money to get through college and have money to go through my trust fund that my
he just
daddy screwed my mom out of and gave me all of it, even though I'm not.
and look, I saw this on Effie's sign on her door. It said class of 2025. So ah, that might be how long they was looking at. BG.
Yeah. So basically it led to everything that happened. They got screwed over with the Jenny case. RSJ got their money back because Tariq handled it. So everything was looking pretty good. But they was Diane, as we said, was talking about mom. I want to go to Spelman. I don't want to be nowhere near y'all. She told her to shut up, get in the car like she used to in the first season.
What's the priorities right now? Like as we look at it, what are the priorities if because we got to look at everything from Tariq's standpoint. Damn, everybody
Right
else
now,
is stuck.
Tariq feeling good. The only problem is Effie.
Well, we got a dead Sax next to his lawyer's dead brother.
I
They on
think.
the other side of the fence. I
I
don't
think.
know. We heard the police coming. That and
Well,
old
technically,
girls.
you can never link Tariq to his brother because they never met till that moment.
But we know that Tariq is linked to Sax, which McLean's
Yeah.
linked to Sax, and McLean's brother is the one that did it. So it's like,
But it'd be also you can also say Sax the one that got him out of jail and he didn't never want to get out.
there's that.
But like, yo, listen, why did he do it? Didn't do it because if he just did it and went to jail, it'd be different. But then it's like a murder. So you know that word.
So the next question would be is they would say, why would he kill the person that got him out? Okay, I got that
Yeah, that's what
part.
I'm saying.
But it's
Oh
but it's the person I work for, it's his brother.
yeah. The reason they can't bring that case, Joe, you gotta think about it. The reason they can't bring the
Uh,
case is Sax gonna say he was the double agent? Well, I mean, is somebody gonna come and say, yeah, he
Oh,
worked
that's
for us?
the part that burns the case as well.
Yeah, it will end the whole case for Effie too. That's the only case they have Effie. So when they like, oh yeah, we had somebody working for the Rico on their team, and that's why he did it. They can't say nothing. That's crazy.
So do we get to the important part?
Yes, which leads to what happened? Effie gets arrested.
If he got arrested while she's getting banged out by Are you sure you good? This is the nicest we've seen. Kane must really like her, but I
Yeah.
feel like he the type that might slap her
They pull
around a little
her up.
bit.
She like the charges got dropped, which again we know the charges got dropped. No Rico, but they got one last attempt. If she can, we might not can get Monet, which we gonna talk about tomorrow. I mean on Saturday on this channel, but they might not can get Monet, but they got one in the draw, and they need one person to turn, and she sees this, and she said, "That's that the tragic man." I said, "Oh." And Effie looked like she saw a ghost. See, this why Tariq was mad at you. I'm telling you, this why he was mad. Cause at least if see, this why I'm upset. At least get the job done. Cause I can't do nothing to her.
And then, not to mention, we got Mr. Kane, who is at this point tender dick as at this point as well.
He had to
So
looking around the corner. He's looking
we
around
s-
the corner.
he saw he saw what he squinted his eyes. He said,
Oh shh. By the way, he's 100% implicated in this too. By the way,
"Oh, Blanca knows who he is."
no, I'm just talking about
So I'm just saying, like the
Lauren
fact she
knows
said, "Well, I
no.
lock your ass up too."
Lauren knows nothing about what Tariq do, but she did have a wire for 3 people. And Brighton, she might not go after because she like Tariq. Kane, she don't know him, but she really just want to get at Effie. So,
She wants to get at Effie.
so
So
that's the one. So Kane probably gonna be like, even though we kind of saw him, he like, yo, turn on that dude Tariq. But I'm like, Effie probably ain't gonna want to do it. This is speculation. Effie probably ain't gonna do it because she know he dangerous. That's a
I would
dangerous mouth. Right
I
there.
would love for this series to end with just Tariq giving everybody a happy ending. That's my perfect ending.
I
He
did.
just fixes it.
I did see Amari said he wanted to give his life a ghost and a dope way to end the series, but I'm like, that wouldn't set up no other episodes. So I understand why they didn't do it.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know,
think I want to watch the westerns. I think
even
I'd watch a Kane series. It'd be like a Tommy.
but you probably wouldn't even get that. The problem with the way he ended it would just ended power in general. It would have just been over. Because the way he said he wanted to end it was he got in some trouble, Tommy got in some trouble, he gave his life for Tommy, and then he ends his life and Tommy goes free. What's Tommy's story after just he become a drug addict, he Franklin Saint, and that's it? Like, what's his story? That
I
he
mean,
got
we do know that that Tommy has been known to use.
that's what I'm saying. He gonna become Franklin Saint, but that's the end of the show anyway. That's how Snowfall in. And then what's Tariq's story? He just goes to college.
And with knowing that he killed his dad.
But now
And,
without that, you didn't do it. Somebody else did it. And you just like, oh, I was mean to my dad at the end. I'm sad, and I'm gonna have this sad. But no, you needed to build something. Even though I don't know if y'all can tell me if they did it well. I think it's a good show. It's not great like the original part, cause that's because Omari is one of the best actors in the world.
I can't even say, because this is such a weird dynamic, because you find yourself, these people are criminals, they're murderers, but they're the good guys though. It from the lens that we're watching it in. You know what I'm saying?
Tariq is not.
But who's the heroes in it? Are you rooting for Blanca? Are you rooting for the DA? Like, what you mean? You know, like in this particular genre of show, it is the the bad guy with good intentions.
He don't have good intentions. He just trying to get
Tariq,
somewhere. He just trying to
Tar-
prove he's smarter than his daddy.
I think he wants to get reunite with his mom and his sister.
Because
And
he
then
put him in that situation.
Saxe with, man, that voicemail. That voicemail is huge. Saxe left the voicemail. He said, "If I die, then I know where Tasha and your sister are. That dies with me." And he left that voicemail so they could be able to use that somehow.
But yeah, he's not.
It's a lot to this, man. I don't know
Th-
which way it's going.
this show basically ended with the way he ended Power when he said, "I'm smarter than you and I'm better than you." Because he done said it in every season. I'm smarter than my father. I'm better than my father. So this whole show is to build him up to become. And by the way, his acting and everything he does in this show is getting a lot better. He's closer to go. So if that's the goal of the show, and by season 6, he's up here doing like Omari, and you like and having the scene with Tate at the end when you'll never win another election. I don't know. How you know I would if I'm who you say I am? Yo, that's still the coldest line. What makes it what makes you think I won't end you right now? Cause you need me. I'm too high profile. You better be glad I ain't who I used to be. Cause they won't you won't see it coming. You'll be like a ghost. And I'm like, this nigga cold. This
And,
nigga
and you
Omari
know what?
cold.
This and let's say this about Ghost. That character was so well written that this nigga ain't got nothing to do with nothing. He is dead, allegedly.
And we all
And
root for him to come back in every series.
like he's gonna pull up, he's gonna pull up. Like he's still his presence is like a ghost.
We
He
don't
is
even do that with
always
Kanan.
lurking over every episode. He's lurking over this whole show.
To the point, Tariq last week was dressed like him when he did the little DA's custodian hat. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, remember he came around that corner and put tilt that hat down and walked
Yeah,
off
that's
fast.
the
I said,
same
"Yep,
thing Ghost did. Like, we don't even
yep."
want Kanan back. And Kanan was one of the main characters. Like, Kanan ain't.
Yeah, he wasn't really a plot mover. He was just more of a nuisance. But like
Kanan was him though. We not gonna. He the only dude that
he
kind of.
was a nuisance. He's
He,
an older version of Kane. That's and then we say that on this show all the
yeah,
time.
but he was like. That's why I don't think Kane can go away. I don't think Kane. They gotta have that dynamic. You gotta have the Tommy Braid. You gotta have the Tommy. What's the name dynamic? And I think Braden gonna lose it all, and he gonna have to become Tommy. So
Yeah.
I think he's further behind than the rest of them in becoming that person because Tommy was a cold.
And
He was a drunk that caused a lot of problems for Ghost. He caused a lot of problems for Ghost. But
and I'm gonna tell y'all like this here. Um the actor that played Effie just said LOL because I said I'm gonna get you out of there. So we
Joe
out
been
here.
going viral lately. Shout out to that. By the way, this dude,
Oh, that
by the way, I love Tate, bro. Tate, Ghost promised Tate he'll never win an election. This man loses elections every Joe, he's still running.
man, he been running. But then the whole point of getting Sweeney out of there was because he was supposed to jump right in there in the vacated seat, but they was like, no, you gotta run for it still.
They won't even let him in the seat.
And then he looks like he's in prime position to win. He looks like they're like, we're gonna
He fell out in the polls. And he's like, I'm gonna come back, wife. And his girl, the teacher, was like, nah, I'm tired of this, and walked out. Like, this man Tate can't win, bro. Ghost
Oh,
cursed that
he
man.
told on himself, man. I ain't messing with that girl, man. She got her titties and ass just jiggling around all over the place. That ain't got nothing. I ain't mess with her though.
But yeah,
What?
Drew screwed
What's
up
the response? What's the response on that? What's the response from because they be killing their family all the time. Or what we doing? We going with Effie turn? I don't believe it.
Yeah, well, if he turn, I think she know how dangerous it is. For some reason, Kane still think that like Tariq scared him. I'm like, Tariq saw some scary motherfuckers in power. Dog. I don't think you're a crazy one. But I
You was
don't think
beating
you.
up street toughs and stuff. You ain't been to the level that Tariq done seen of levels of high level people.
I be feeling like y'all forget who his daddy is. His daddy ran y'all city. Like if his daddy wanted Lorenzo not to be on the street, Lorenzo won't be on the street. And Lorenzo is if he didn't want Mecca, Norma wouldn't be messing with Tariq if Ghost was alive. And Norma a super agent.
Man, I don't know if Ghost had went straight, he might have.
No, he would have for his son. Let's be
He might.
real.
I don't.
He yelled at Tariq every day, but what he did for Tariq, that man ended so many people for
Some of
Tariq.
the best scenes was when Ghost was drunk. He's like, "Oh, you little ungrateful mother." Get off
And,
me, Ghost.
and by the way, Drew was wrong. Drew's. Let's end it off that Joe. What can they find?
Nah, Lorenzo chose the wrong one. I don't think if anything, he should have said, Diana, you're gonna have to run this, not your brothers.
Diana
That's
should
what
run it. She hold it down more than them.
because Lorenzo didn't know how tenderhearted that his son was. That Drew is. Drew is a
Drew here on
he
TV
said, I
cry.
found somebody after you. He's gone. You
You
didn't say he
said
was gone.
you can't do this in
Yeah.
public, bro. What are you doing?
Come here. Come here.
And then old boy out here finna had Tariq on his neck because Tariq a dangerous, crazy. He'll set you up. You try to set him up, he'll have you in jail.
Man, Tariq been in real life shootouts. He was at the Mecca shootout
He,
in the
he,
warehouse.
he always in the shoot.
He done shot the man Braden was supposed to. He
Yeah,
come on, man. Tariq is up, bro.
yeah.
I don't get he's up. Y'all
Yo,
done? Y'all done being mad at Tariq? Y'all done?
nah,
Are y'all finished or y'all
nah,
done?
that nigga still spoiled. Joe, okay.
UniqoWilliams.com, man. That's
Yeah,
where you can find
yeah.
me, man.
And you can find me
All those roads
anywhere.
lead to me. My Uniqo Williams, my YouTube where I do you hear me with Uniqo Williams? We always here with the reviews at this point. Got some new shows coming up. Zell May, what's up?
Yeah, with Love and Death, we're doing tomorrow, probably out Saturday. I don't think nobody was doing it, so we doing. By the way, y'all see the merch, right? Y'all see it. It's said my name. We reacting, and you see it up there. You see that? Go get that merch. And if
We
you want to buy,
grifting.
and if you want to buy a professional mic for us, you know what I'm saying? You tired of hearing my mic being bad?
We're using YouTube money to wash our drug money.
Yes. So tip here. You know what I'm saying? Tip here. By the way, this merch is nice if you want the merch, you know what I'm saying? Come on. You want Zell React. You want your third eye open. Come on now. Look at you. You got three of them. As you react to
Mhm.
us, react to this show.
You can also get us a Do You Hear Me logo T-shirt and coffee cup and all
All
types
the
of other stuff. Yeah.
you could get this arrow right here. So it's a whole shirt with an arrow. Shout out to Kid Credit Player.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know, it has overall on the thing and 99 on the arrow. It's a dope shirt.
Yeah.
So I appreciate y'all. Like and subscribe, all that jazz. We out. Hold up.
Oh, you ain't gonna ask him? You ain't
Hold
gonna
up.
ask him a question?
I do have to ask them something. Because they don't know who we are, do they, Joe?
Nope.
Some of y'all do now. Y'all come back every week. I see y'all non-unique viewers. Y'all come back to your boy every week, and I appreciate you. But some of y'all don't. But soon you will. Until then, it's
Who are these niggas?